So this VTuber decided to stream Hogwarts Legacy on her Twitch channel, and apparently she got cancelled on Twitter for streaming a video game the entire internet is raving about. This is a volcano lava hot take, but this action should be encouraged. If all cis people experience the same amount of hatred marginalized groups receive every day, they'll come to the realization that transphobes are evil individuals. You might need to get a cup of tea and sit down for this one. Hey, how's it going and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Twitter drama because unfortunately I have nothing better to do in my spare time, and also because the majority of you are not interested in art history, so it's a win-win for both of us, I guess. Silvervale, who's a popular VTuber with almost 1 million followers on both her Twitch and YouTube channel combined, bought and streamed the game Hogwarts Legacy that was just released, which is set in the same world as Harry Potter, which I am a huge fan of as a kid just growing up in the 90s. And I remember just using every stick and pencil I could find as a wand, just trying to make my friends levitate, which I still occasionally do as an adult, and you're weird if you judge me for that. So Silvervale streamed her gameplay on her Twitch channel, and she apparently got so much backlash to the point where she started crying on stream.
I received so many death threats and harassment and doxing and people doxing my friends and like so much horrible, vile things, all from streaming a fucking video game. It was my whole childhood. It was a world to escape to, and I went to every book release in my little robe and my little scarf with my best friends. And that was my whole world. That was my whole childhood. Like, I didn't have a great childhood, and Harry Potter made it so much better. I think the devs did the most they could with the subject material they were given to make something inclusive and obviously against the ideals of JK. But you still want to bully the streamers about playing the game. There's been so many streamers that play the game that are trans and they still get harassed. There's people that stream the game while hosting a trans charity that get harassed. Like, another VTuber that I'm friends with and really fond of literally has been like completely wiped from the internet because of this harassment. And like, I don't know if she's gonna come back. And it's just because of this.
Now, a lot of this backlash and hate Silvervale received was mainly due to the controversy surrounding Hogwarts Legacy itself and the Harry Potter author JK Rowling, due to comments she made about the trans community on several occasions. Any support of the Harry Potter franchise current projects while JK Rowling is in charge of it and using her ongoing platform to target and also justify her continued targeting of trans people is harmful to trans people. I will not begrudge anyone for their love of past works or things they already own that they take comfort in. I own 9 of the first movies and all 7 books myself, but any support of something like Hogwarts Legacy is harmful. So a lot of streamers were having mixed feelings buying the game and playing it on stream, knowing how much backlash they could probably get, but also clearly seeing the amounts of views people who were just streaming the game no fucks given were getting. And some other people really just wanted to play the game because they enjoy the franchise and are fans of Harry Potter and JK Rowling's books, and really do not in any way believe in whatever JK Rowling says or her stance on genders and other controversies she has gotten herself into, which may or may not have been the case with Silvervale. But the amount of backlash and just outright hate and negativity she received on Twitter just became provocative and borderline harassment. And apparently most of the hate attacks started after someone discovered they couldn't type in the word trans in her Twitch chat, and typing the word a couple of times could result in you getting timed out in the chat, which then became a big problem on Twitter. Silvervale blocked the word trans on her stream, tested it to make sure it's true. I don't have to explain why this is gross. The past week for all my friends have been gross. I know there was the Harry Potter stream, but even then, why game over humans? She has been blocking people who have been talking about it, and I get catering to specific communities, but that is so hateful, especially being that I feel like she has been ally baiting in the past. Honestly feels so hateful and I am disappointed. Another user also put this to the test to confirm if it was real, and they ended up getting timed out in her chat just like they suspected. I got timed out in her chat and my message of trans rights are human rights deleted by a moderator. after a few seconds. If it's auto held for review, my message wouldn't have sent in the first place, unless I don't understand how it works. I have a video as well. And then they also posted a video for proof on their Twitter which showed them getting harassed and totally called out for no reason. And I know a lot of people would have probably been thinking that's such a terrible thing for Silvervale to do, since it just makes it seem as if she has something against trans people or she just hates them, which was why they started attacking her on Twitter, calling her out for not supporting the trans movement and boycotting the turf game Hogwarts Legacy. But then Silvervale tried to clarify the entire situation by explaining what had happened. Thank you for asking here instead of dogpiling random tweets. It's not. The word trans by itself is held by automod for review. It's Twitch default automod behavior. I haven't banned any words in chat other than the ones used only for harassment. I don't know where people are getting these ideas about me, but it's really hurtful. I'll address it formally when I feel okay enough to talk to anyone. I didn't know this was Twitch automod behavior, because no one has randomly said only that word in chat. It's been used in sentences just fine. I've always been supportive and understanding of the LGBTQ community, so all of this has been a lot to deal with. As I said before, I'll address it formally, but I want this to stay a cozy place for people to relax and make friends. Oh. Now that makes more sense. So according to Silvervale, she had no idea of this happening and she wasn't telling her mods to ban or time out people who were using the word trans in her Twitch chats, and it was all just Twitch automod malfunctioning and timing people out all of a sudden, which is quite understandable since there are certain words that could get you banned on Twitch itself or even just suspended for a couple of weeks for just mentioning them or having someone type them in your chat. So to have Twitch automod curate your chat and block out certain words seems like a logical thing any streamer would want to do, so they can avoid losing access to their accounts or even getting perma-banned. The system detected harassment when people kept pairing the word trans with their comments in chat. The dogpiling is what caused all this. Not keeping on topic within chat with what the streamer is doing will do that. Yes, Twitch did this temporarily to stop those transgender people from harassing streamers which want to enjoy Hogwarts. If anyone censored it here, that someone is Twitch, not the streamer. A lot of people seem to understand the whole situation and just sided with Silvervale over this entire misunderstanding, and also tried to explain it to other people who were attacking her and calling her out on Twitter. Because the amount of hate she started receiving after people found out the word trans was banned in her chat was quite alarming. I'm guessing it's because they figured since Hogwarts Legacy is quite controversial and she knew if she decided to play it on stream, she was going to get attacked by people who wanted streamers to boycott the game. So she must have just tried to contain the situation beforehand by censoring a few words that will probably trigger people and get people causing drama in Twitch chat, which will probably end up in an unwanted scene. Maybe that's what they thought had happened, which was why she started getting a new wave of just hate comments on Twitter. And I honestly understand the reason for trans people wanting to boycott the game and stand up for their rights by holding JK Rowling accountable for everything she has said regarding the entire trans community. I have no problem with that at all, especially because most of the times people like to treat them like they're not human just because of what they choose to identify as, and then people try to be mean to them and talk down on them for no reason at all other than the gender they choose to identify as. So of course it's good of them standing up for their rights and wanting representation like everyone else. The only part I find kind of funny, and I guess is probably why everyone thinks this entire situation just looks bad on the trans community, is how they're just trying to force streamers and other people to do what they think is right for them because it is right for them. Surprisingly enough, this is the internet. You literally cannot force anyone to do anything just because you think it's morally correct to you. The best thing you can do is throw it in the air and talk about it, and then hope that someone listens to your point and then willingly makes a decision for themselves to go along with what you say. But then making it your end-all be-all goal to attack people for not participating in your cause or just going along with your opinion is a bit outrageous, especially if you're going on people's streams and harassing them for playing a video game. It's literally a video game. I know JK Rowling pissed off a lot of people and stepped on a lot of toes, but think about it this way. How does any of the hate speech and attacks targeted at streamers for playing Hogwarts Legacy, which mind you, JK Rowling directly had nothing to do with in the first place, automatically affects JK Rowling?
that you
You see how it doesn't really make much sense? To be honest, after seeing what happened to Silvervale, I can say I absolutely want to play Hogwarts Legacy. Y'all are going to harass such a beautiful and sweet person over a game. It's hilarious. These guys don't see this behavior. It's just making everyone hate them. As somebody who is LGBTQ, that's being trans, getting so upset over a game is unreal to me. If you expect people to respect and accept you, then show that same respect for people wanting to play the game and let people enjoy things as they are. It's not that hard. I don't agree with people playing the game or supporting JK Rowling, but the harassment and bullying that this girl has been subjected to is absurd and unacceptable. Considering that there's also trans people playing this game and the fact that JK has no involvement with the game, these people would take the easy route and harass streamers and people playing the game instead of the bigger companies out there making more money for JK Rowling. So since the drama got so hectic, Silvervale had to take a much needed break from streaming just so she could cool off, and so the people coming after her on Twitter will just find something else to do with their time, since apparently she wasn't even online responding to them or even seeing any of their tweets. And then after her break was over, she came back with a video explaining she will continue playing Hogwarts Legacy and absolutely no one will stop her.
We are going to play a game, and I will preface this that I do not condone the ideals of this author. I just want to be a wizard, and I want to play my wizard game that made my childhood worth living and the adventures that I went on with my friends. And I'm gonna be a wizard, and we're gonna enjoy this game, and I will not be bullied by a bunch of Twitter freaks with nothing better to do with their lives. Be nice to people. If you want to make changes, go make actual changes instead of harassing streamers on the internet. LGBT people are awesome. Twitter people are not awesome. Wizard game!
Now her video was received with mixed feelings, and some people were like, "Oh, let's go, that's class!" While some other people felt her video was on the same level as Logan Paul's apology video and she deserved no sympathy at all. Silvervale basically did the same thing all public figures do when people criticize them. Do something people ask them not to do. Do it anyways. Complain about being cancelled and silenced to their massive audiences that love them. Say that they will not be silenced, and then keep doing it, which actually brings some good arguments. But since the context of this situation is slightly different and the person is not only just dealing with criticism but also facing a hate mob of constant harassment and people spamming in their chat. And also Silvervale mentioned on stream that she and some of her friends were supposedly doxxed, which is just a terrible thing to do, leaking people's private information online. After all the hate Silvervale has received, with people mocking her for crying on stream and people faking screenshots from 2020 just to make Silvervale look like a weirdo on the internet, I think she deserves a really big hug. Harassing people on the internet is just wrong, no matter the reason. Let people have fun and do things they enjoy. And if you don't like it or it annoys you for some reason, you can make a video about it or not, or choose not to watch them or their streams, log off your computer and touch grass. At least that way you get to keep your sanity and you don't end up getting pissed off whenever you just see them on your screen. I'm sorry, I have no issue with the LGBTQ community, but whoever is doing this needs to stop. Bullying people over their choice of video game, especially to this extent, is ridiculous. It's a video game. Don't watch it if you don't want to. This harassment has got to stop. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I will see all you pretty penguins in the next video. Peace!